Well, hello, everyone. This is Dr. Donetta Watson from the Black Mastermind Group, and we're here today talking about the Success Summit. Success is not a destination, it's a lifelong journey that we all must take and be very serious about how we're going to maneuver through all of the things and the facets of becoming a successful Black entrepreneur or an entrepreneur, period. But most importantly, learning what it means to be able to access capital in business. And that's what we're going to talk about Saturday with the conference sessions. It is a free session. I want to say that very clearly. FREE. Most things people say are free or not. This is free. It is Saturday, December 16th at 12:30 to 3:30 at the Residence Inn Hotel, 10300 Ambassador Drive in Kansas City, Missouri. But you do have to register to attend. So we want you to go to the website, theblackmastermindgroup.com, and sign up and register to attend. And it's open. Bring your entrepreneurial friends because you're going to learn. There's a lot more out there that we know about, that you know about today. But after the conference, you're going to be educated. You're going to take that knowledge that you have and you're going to apply it and you're going to move to the next phase of business to access capital. And today I have someone who's in the midst of that whole world, the financial world. We're so grateful to have her with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm introducing you to Lyndsae Peele. Miss Lyndsae, first of all, tell our audience, is Lyndsae Peele?
Well, hello, first of all. Thank you so much, Dr. Watson, for having me. It is indeed an honor to be here in this space. My name is Lyndsae Peele. I am the Entrepreneurial Ecosystem Manager on behalf of Kiva US. Lyndsae is a dualpreneur. She is a Black wealth advocate. She is an author, an international speaker, all things Black wealth, finance, and entrepreneurship.
Wow. Now, see, I didn't know all that about Miss Lyndsae. Now I know. We got plans for Miss Lyndsae, y'all. Okay, Miss Lyndsae. So today you're talking to us entrepreneurs about these wealth strategies that, our topic for the conference is we're never going to close this wealth gap. We can't close the access to capital gap. That's just the reality. The only way to generate wealth is through entrepreneurship. And the only way you can create sustainability in entrepreneurship is you got to be able to access capital. So until we deal with the one, we can't touch the other. So let's talk about accessing capital. You are an advocate for Black entrepreneurs, and your job gives you that right and that role to do so. Tell our audience what Kiva is and who Kiva is.
Yeah, so the beautiful thing about Kiva is that Kiva is an international micro-lending nonprofit organization that believes that all communities, no matter what we look like, deserve financial equity, okay? And that is important to us. Kiva, essentially, we were started in 2005, known as one of the first personal crowdfunding platforms to use. And later in 2011, Kiva US was born. Most people don't know that Kiva US, which houses our 0% interest loan product, is the only product that Kiva as a organization holistically that serves borrowers directly. Most of our international programs, they partner with borrowers through other lending organizations. We work directly, boots on the ground with our entrepreneurs, 0% interest loans. We know how important that is in this economy where interest rates are sky high, no collateral necessary, no fees attached to this loan, no minimum credit scores. You don't have to have any minimum revenues in your business. We truly are the first step on the capital access ladder, and we give entrepreneurs an opportunity. I tell our borrowers often is that while Kiva may be your best option and sometimes your only option today, we don't want Kiva to be your only option forever. Our goal is to help groom our borrowers so that they can become lendable at other institutions, so that they can continue to climb that capital access ladder and access CDFI funding and access traditional bank funding from our larger institutions. But it's a process. And here at Kiva, we give our entrepreneurs a chance.
Awesome. And ladies and gentlemen, we are so excited that we're part of this organization. The Black Mastermind Group is a Kiva loan fund. We are the hub in Kansas City, Kansas for Kiva. And because of our relationship with Kiva and all the other cities we have entrepreneurs in, we have the ability to support our entrepreneurs no matter what city or state they're in. And you guys, that's huge. I am so grateful for this relationship that has been established because it gets more entrepreneurs in position the way they need to be positioned to create sustainability in their businesses. Every dollar that's invested in their businesses will be a dollar that is going to evolve into more dollars. And we're going to talk about Kiva at the conference. And we're not going to tell you everything today, because then you're going to think you know it all and stay home. We want you to come out. We have 6 speakers that are actually 7. I got something to say. There are 7 speakers that's going to be talking to you about what this success journey looks like. And I'm just going to be real with you. It's not going to happen unless you can access capital. You cannot grow and produce enough revenue to grow you can't produce enough revenue to grow your business. Capital is part of the entrepreneurial experience. No matter what level you're at in business, it requires capital. For some of you, you've been hustling out there for a long time and you think because you have money that you're doing good in business. But the lending community says that if you're operating on the equivalent of 70 to 30% of revenue, you're operating a business that's non-fundable. Margins are 65-35 today. And I'm sure you don't know that. So when people were telling me about how much money they'll make, I'm not impressed about your $6 million. How much is in the bank? When you can tell me how much money you're carrying and that it's meeting margins, we can have a different conversation. And that is why 87% of Black entrepreneurs, just the Black community, 87% have never qualified for a business loan. Because we're running businesses that do not operate by the lending industry's parameters, guidelines, policies, and procedures. That's what we teach in the bootcamp class. We've got to get our community fully locked in and engaged in what it means to access capital. And so I know Kiva has a role in this. Talk a little bit about what advancement strategies Kiva is putting into practice. I know we start with a $15K loan, but what happens after that for an entrepreneur?
Yeah, so one thing that I think is very important that we do here at Kiva that makes us very different from any other micro lender is that we focus heavily on building the community around entrepreneurs. Growing up, we heard it 1,000 times that it takes a village to raise a child. However, it also takes a village to build a business. It takes a village to support entrepreneurs, and we believe in that village. We believe in building ecosystems that can support these borrowers. A large part of our focuses with our hubs is to make sure that we are collaborating with other community partners. We don't want us operating in silos because we're competing for the same entrepreneurs, the same resources to provide them. But when we look at collaboration over competition, it allows us to support our borrowers on multiple levels. We're assisting our hubs with creating partnerships with SCORE mentors, SVDC offices, Operation Hope partnerships, other CDFI programs, and lending partners that can be a part of that entrepreneur's journey. Our hub partners, especially when you have capital access managers that are committed to being the boots on the ground, they still hold the hands of those entrepreneurs even after they've been funded. A lot of lenders, once they disperse the funding, you don't really hear anything from them unless you've missed the payment. That is not our focus. Here at Kiva, we're continuously staying involved in that borrower's life. We send out surveys to check in on our borrowers to see how have they been doing? How has the current status of the economy affected them? How is their business growing? Or if it isn't, how can we support you with those endeavors? We're constantly sending out resources from our national partnerships, such as Start Small, Think Big. They support a number of our borrowers with marketing, legal, and financial services. We have a partnership with Wave Accounting. We're constantly sending this information out to our borrowers. Once you apply for a Kiva loan, you now become a part of a much larger family, a much larger ecosystem that's going to be able to support you throughout your loan process, but throughout various stages of your business's life cycle. And that's what a lot of our entrepreneurs are missing. They don't have the community around them to support them in business. And at Kiva, we're very intentional about that. So intentional that they changed the name of my role goal to focus more on that. Prior to me coming here, my position was called Partner Success Manager, but it's more than that. When we think about entrepreneurial ecosystems, that allows us to support our borrowers, those entrepreneurs who need the capital, that allows us to shed an intentional light and focus on our hub partners who are in collaboration with those community organizations. Especially for us as at Kiva, we're a digital first company. We're a fintech organization. So everything that we do is online. You don't have Kiva boots on the ground as specifically just Kiva. So that's why we partner with organizations such as yours, Dr. Watson, to make sure that our entrepreneurs get the one-on-one and the hand holding that they need to really build sustainable businesses.
Absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is why we're part of Kiva, and Kiva now is part of us. We cannot accomplish our mission to create sustainability in the urban cores across America without coming in the door with money. And Kiva is the tool and the process to ensure that we are capitalizing. That's a word you've got to grab and put into your reservoir, because capitalizing your business starts before you start the business. Yes. We're going to talk about that. Yes. We got to turn this ship around. You know, I just have to say this. When Steve Harvey said jump, we started jumping. And man, we didn't have parachutes. And a whole lot of people jumped too soon. And those of you who are considering entrepreneurship and you're an employee for a company, I'm going to ask you, stay there on that company till we can talk. Because when you have that W-2, you can do a lot of things. But once that W-2 is gone, there is nothing you can do to capitalize the business at the level you need it. And that's why microloan funding is so important, but it is not enough capital to give you a long runway. It's going to address some serious things you can address as you prepare yourself to the next level. And she mentioned CDFIs and banks. Well, we're going to teach you that process because you can't go to them first. You've got to start with Kiva. Right. Show that you can manage having a business loan, pay the loan on time, and show that you're actually faithful in that little thing, which opens up a door for much. This process is so important to our community. And so that's why we want you to come to the conference, the Success Conference. It actually starts on Friday, December 15th, with a hard hat event showcasing our incubators, our incubator program. We have 2 incubators, a service incubator and a retail food industry and retail business incubator. And so we want to showcase what's happening here in Kansas City, Kansas, and it can happen in your city too. But right now we're in Kansas City, Kansas, and we're wanting to make sure the entrepreneurial community here is strong and stable. But we teach entrepreneurs around the country. And so we want to make sure that everybody gets the word out. I didn't know about Kiva until 2 months ago, 3 months ago. I didn't know Kiva existed. And if I didn't know, and I think I'm supposed to know everything in business, there's a whole lot of you out there that do not know what opportunity is available through Kiva. You have got to come to this summit. If you're thinking about, oh my God, I can't do the business that I want to do, I can't do it because I need money, we've got a solution for you. You must come to the conference. Again, it's Saturday, December 15th. This event is at 12:30 p.m. We have morning sessions at 9 o'clock, 9 to 11:30. Then we're going to break for lunch, and then we're going to go into a room and talk about capital. We're going to talk about money. So the conference is built around mindset, marketing, and money. Those are the only things that drive money. Only thing that drives success. Mindset, marketing, and money. We're going to cover all 3 of those topics, but this Success Summit, you've got to be there. We're going to teach you how to close that wealth gap by being able to access capital. And so before we wrap up, Lyndsae, what are you going to say to this audience for them to get off the fence and show up at this event?
Do not be information rich and execution poor. We're giving you a call to action. You took enough time to listen to this interview. Now we need you to follow through and execute and show up at the Success Summit. And I look forward to meeting you there.
Thank you. So go to theblackmastermindgroup.com, click on the link for the summit and register. We need everyone to register, even though it's a free event. We need to make sure we have enough seats to house everyone. That's why it's important to register. But register your friends and bring someone along. Remember, entrepreneurs never travel alone. We got too much to do. We always got to have a team. So thank you so much, Lyndsae. We're so grateful you're part of this. We're so excited to get to know you and to be part of what Kiva is offering. So God bless each and every one of you, and I will see you Saturday. I'd like to see you Friday too, but if not, I'll see you Saturday at the Success Summit. Thank you and have a great day.